busy schedule.
I wonder if I've got time to record that list of
transits. What's the moon
and
doing?
have to
Man,
just
I gotta eat.
that day
I
around
gotta
all
all day. God,
the
it's
events.
already done. God, it's been a week. Next week, last week.
Where are you?
Just
Grab
realized
my
now.
water.
Hi,
Hi,
how's
it's
your day
Matilda.
going?
It's so nice
Just
to hear
getting
your
your chart
voice.
up.
Oh, you did it this week. You did it this week too.
We did it together.
We did. Ah, how welcome to Sassy Seers, where we are sassy and we are seers.
That's right. All the sass and frass and low vision, but clear third eyes.
And we've just come off live. For those of you that missed it, we did a live together, which we haven't done for ages.
We haven't. We were
talking about our predictions that have happened, the ones that we made jointly in an event in August. Was the event in August?
It was August 3rd was the event. And I only am on top of that because I realized there was, like, when the flooding was happening in Eastern Europe, I was like, we talked about that. I'm pretty sure we talked about that.
Yeah.
And
I remember talking
so I started going through our predictions, and I was like, shit, a lot of those happened. It's fine. We're good.
I was being quiet.
As she's putting her water down, and she's like, eek.
I was trying to put it down really quiet because I know this stupid mic that I've got picks up every...
Oh, I made sure I didn't have ice in my cup this time because a couple podcasts ago it picked up on the mic pretty well. I was like,
okay. Well, my drink bottle is bigger than my head, so it's quite heavy to put down quietly.
Right.
Thunk.
As I knock mine into the wall.
But yeah, we did that event in August, and I was just tagged in one that I know I made, but I can't always remember if we make them together.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
I have to look it up.
And I said that Ukraine were going to make headway into Russia.
Yep.
And they have just blown up a munitions factory.
Yes, they did.
With drones.
Yep. And we had a lot of that, a lot of drone activity.
Yes.
And about 3 weeks ago, Poland and Germany scrambled planes on behalf of NATO over the Polish border. We saw that. There's more of that to come.
A lot more. And we saw there was a lot of terrorist attacks in Germany, very sadly, and that has happened. And I am going to double down on my... Is he trying to escape? Are we ignoring him?
For right now.
What is it with them today?
It's the full moon. The moon is full for 3.5 days. So it waxes full at a specific time, and then every moon phase lasts 3.5 days. So children and dogs and cats and critters and human beings with, poor handle on their consciousness are going to act out. Like, we're all probably going to be out of sorts, but what you do with it is another story, right?
So Buff, just for context, the Buff decided to join the live today.
Yes, he did.
Which he doesn't do normally.
Right.
And he wouldn't climb over a cable to get to me and was very distressed.
It was hot lava. It was hot lava, man.
Oh, my God. So I had to move the cable to get him into the chair. And when he was in the chair, he had to push me. I was sat on the edge of that chair. I'm wondering why my back is hurting right now.
Right. Well, you know what was really funny is as you were yelling at him because he was pushing you off the chair, no one could see him. Okay. So it looked like you were just yelling, like talking to yourself. And that's why if you go back and you watch the live stream, I'm grinning like an idiot because I'm like, she looks like a crazy person talking to herself.
Okay. I do that all the time. It's quite normal. And before I go on, do you want to know why I'm wearing this and it's quite warm in the house? Because the zip is broken and I can't get out of it. I am stuck in an Irish rugby hoodie because the zip is broken
Oh, no.
And I'm going to have a whinge about this hoodie, okay? If anyone from Ireland is listening, you will understand, all right? Very kindly for Christmas, I was given a woman's Irish rugby top. No, it wasn't. No, it's not the woman's Irish rugby top. It's the European Championships rugby top, Irish rugby top. And I opened it, and I was absolutely 100% convinced that somebody had bought me a dupe, or they'd got it off eBay or something, because the green colour is the most ridiculous green I have ever seen. We are Kelly green. Irish rugby tops are Kelly green. This is French green. We haven't suddenly gotten class. It is thank you for the person that did buy it for me, because it's a very expensive rugby top, even though the zip is now broken and I'm stuck in it forever. It is not the right green. I want a rugby top that is the right green.
Damn them.
Okay, so that's my whinge about my rugby top that I can't get out of, and I will be sleeping in tonight. But I'm not joking. The zipper's broken.
Can you do me a favor? Can you move your mic up just a little bit, because there is some excellent sound quality, and then it's coming out.
I've got to stop moving.
Yeah,
is that better?
That's much better.
Okay.
Once you get your new mic, you'll be able to fidget like I get to.
I'm very disappointed that this mic doesn't let me fidget.
No, those mics are very, I've had that mic.
It's not even that much more cheaper than the one that I've bought.
No, they're not. But the sound quality is immensely different.
Okay.
Trust me, when I switched over to what I've got, and I listened to my first playback, I went, because I was like, this had better be a lot better. It better be up, because all I had was reviews to live off of.
Right.
And I listened to the first playback, and I was like, oh my God, this is butter. And it's significant. You'll notice it. It's significant.
It will be here in the next week or so.
Yay!
I did mean to go into a shop in Melbourne. Whilst I was away, I decided that it wasn't for me.
That's all right.
There was people involved.
You were relaxing. There were people involved, and you were relaxing.
I was relaxing. But back to Germany, because we did see some terrorist events in Germany, and I still want to stand by my warning regarding Oktoberfest. Yep.
And for American listeners, Oktoberfest happens in September. So it's not an October thing.
Yeah, and it's Oktoberfest in Germany. I'm not talking about the other Oktoberfests that are around the world.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Oktoberfest.
The beer garden outside of Home Depot isn't the Oktoberfest we're talking about. So it's an actual Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
So,
but if you can stay away from that, because that whole Germany, and this just feels like deja vu to me. Germany, Poland, Russia, Ukraine is really making me feel as if it's about to. I don't
it's
think
close.
It's going to until early next year, but it is about to.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just reviewing my 2025 year ahead slides because I didn't want to listen to myself anymore. So I was just going through, and I have a bunch of stuff like March.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking of which, I'm going to do my own year ahead in December.
That's right.
Because people have asked me, but I haven't looked at yours. Reiterate.
You shouldn't. You're going to do your own thing.
I'd rather get it myself, and this is why people put us together, because we have different modalities. Although Laurie is able to pick up things physically and psychically, her main modality is being a kick-ass accurate astrologer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I try to limit how much intuitive stuff, because one of the reasons Matilda's waiting is when you're doing it intuitively, psychically, through mediumship, you're tuning into that energy. And when you're dealing with mundane matters, it's rarely fuzzy and warm.
We had this conversation on live as well. So people keep pushing for the P. Diddy, tell us more about P. Diddy. Fuck off. Sorry. I don't want to go into that energy. It is, as you can imagine, It is revolting. I love my listeners and followers, and I really appreciate that you have a morbid curiosity about it, but my energy is precious to me, and I don't want to be swamping around in that.
Yeah, it's a lot to dive into. That's one of the reasons with astrology, I still tune in, but I save the deeper tuning for when I'm working with clients. Yeah. When I'm doing mundane, just like we were talking about on the live, there was a time we were looking at Turkey's chart and I felt sick to my stomach. And I think it had something to do with Lebanon, because when we were looking direction, I kept going Syria, it's south there. I think Turkey will somehow, because I was looking up headlines to go with our predictions. And today the government was assuring people in Turkey that their pagers weren't going to be blowing up.
Right.
Because people don't realize people still use pagers in a lot of places in the world. And it's not just terrorist organizations. So this is that push we saw for an expansion of the war. So that may be kicking off some of the stuff we have for October.
Yes. And we saw stuff around Istanbul. We saw stuff about Lebanon. I picked up some stuff in a conversation with you that I haven't made public, which is more around that North Africa, Libya area. Yeah. Is Libya in North Africa? You know how great
it is.
Geography is.
Libya is. And actually, Turkey's been involved. There was, what was it, an armament shipment or something that got either stopped or... Anyway, so that's up on deck.
We need to record our conversations, because we've said that so many times that we will have a conversation about something and it will suddenly start happening. Bang, 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 bang.
Right. And it just flows and we don't even think about it. But yeah. So there's a lot going on, you know.
There is.
And we predicted it.
Yeah. And those events are still available in our shops, in Patreon. Doesn't matter which one you go to. They are both there. The other thing that I have seen a little bit coming in is quite a bit of upset around the royal family.
Yeah, I had that in my predictions. That. Yeah, we did. And we had it individually. Yeah, I think October. Although we might hear something soon, like before October, but I really have it in and around like mid-October, fairly certain.
Yeah. So, which is, you know, it's always upsetting, but yeah. What else have you been up to this week? I've been, you know, high rolling it in a luxury hotel.
I was kind of brain dead today because I've got no readings until Tuesday. Woo-hoo. And I have a lot of other work to do, but usually that first day is just the...
Oh my God, isn't it? Yeah, totally understand.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. It's funny, and I don't think a lot of people realise this. If we work sort of 4 days in a row, that fifth day that we plan to do the washing, the cleaning, the ironing, cook ourselves healthy food, go for a walk, look after our own self-care, 9 times out of 10 for me, do you know where that day is?
On the couch, drooling?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I do. Actually, I laid in bed. I did get my laundry done. I haven't taken it out of the dryer yet, but it got into the dryer and dried.
By itself?
No, I took it. I did it.
I did the way that you say it. You said it.
Well, it's because I'm at my mom and dad's house and my mom's been doing my laundry. Which this little kid, Syrian, is like, you want to do my laundry? You love me.
Yeah.
But I don't want my mom doing my laundry all the time. She doesn't need to work for me. So she likes to do it. She really does. My mom loves laundry. It's crazy and weird.
I'll send her a ticket very soon.
Well, I'll just bring her with me to Australia and be like, Mom, she's got sheets.
Shh, we weren't telling anyone about that.
That's true. I'm looking at flights, man.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're not sure.
It's
not a given.
It's not a given. We'll see what happens. But my laundry is currently sat by the front door.
Oh, there you go. Because you have a laundry service.
I do have a laundry service.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it at the moment, to be fair. I do.
It's well worth it.
It's well worth it, seriously. And I don't have huge expenses, so I'm very, very privileged in that way. And I say privileged, I've worked my ass off to get to where I am.
To get here, yeah.
And that's, it's taken 30 odd years of being a woman or being a
middle-aged woman. People really, really forget what it was like when we were young. So
we still had to, we worked hard, and I've worked hard to afford the luxuries that I have now.
Yeah.
And yes, I have a laundry lady that collects my laundry. I don't let her wash my knickers, though. I do those myself. But she collects my laundry. Yeah, you got to draw a line. I'm sure she would, but no. And she collects it on a Thursday afternoon and returns it on a Saturday afternoon, and it's wonderful.
That's nice.
And I would pay that money, not necessarily to have the laundry done, but to have it folded.
Oh my God, yeah, that's my issue. And see, I probably won't fold my laundry nice and neat the way my mom does. Yeah. I'm just going to wad it up and put it into a drawer.
Anyone that washes, folds, and puts away on the same day is a psychopath, as far as I'm concerned.
That's my mom.
Okay, we won't tell her she's a psychopath.
She knows it. She's 4 feet 11 inches of fury and can fold fitted sheets perfectly, which she's very proud of.
Oh my
She's like,
goodness!
Look at my folded sheet action. I found that YouTube video.
Well, I've watched the YouTube video and I still can't fold it. Do you know what YouTube video?
I stopped watching it. I was just like, fuck that.
The one I keep watching is the one where they put the duvet, the duno, whatever you want to call it, in the country you come from, and they roll it up, and then they...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I've tried.
I buy comforters for a reason.
Oh, I love duvet covers, and I love the feeling of fresh sheets. I don't know how to do that. I've tried. Yeah,
it's not my jam, man.
No, it's not my jam either. And I'm sure that all the single socks turn into Tupperware lids with no bottoms.
Just about. Or hangers. Hangers go away. Single socks come out.
I don't know what it is with hangers. I've always got way too many. I've just offloaded a huge box of them.
Where my hangers are going to Australia.
They must be.
All right. There's a little vortices and it goes through and ends up in Australia. Now we know where the hangers are.
I've just given a whole box to the charity shop.
No,
part of the reason was, though, that I bought these nice velvet ones that I wanted them all to be uniform.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit anal like that. Don't like putting my laundry away.
No, I don't get cheap hangers. Now that I'm a middle-aged woman, I get nice hangers.
We get to do nice things now that
I have good thread count on my sheets.
Oh my God.
That's right. I was like, you know what? I'm over 50. I'm doing good thread count. I'm not going cheap. I can. I don't have to worry anymore about anything on my sheets. So
I have this texture thing.
Yeah, me too. I can't stand icky textures.
And as a child, it was very common in the United Kingdom to have nylon sheets.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I hate them. I can't stand nylon clothes.
No, me either.
I've got to
polyester. Oh, the scratchy
people,
kind. Remember 70s?
Yeah,
oh,
I remember the ones. I remember them. Always hated them. But I watch, you watch these people on the internet that are, get ready with me. I've just had a beautiful night's sleep and I've woken up looking like I've never had a pimple in my life. And they're wearing these pajamas. And I look at them and I go, how can you sleep in those? Because they're the silky material.
Oh, right.
They're not silk. They're Primark pajamas.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't sleep a wink. I'd sweat my way through those and have to get changed in the middle of the night. So,
I like real silk pajamas.
So do I. I just can't afford real silk pajamas. I probably can, but I haven't looked for them.
Sarah found me a sale.
Mm-hmm.
And like they were 75% off on Nasty Gal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got my cool silk pajamas, because
very nice.
Because my daughter is the shopping queen.
Wow. I've just ordered 3 pairs of t-shirt material pajamas.
There you go. I like
just
that
like
too.
it was literally that color, and that color for when I go into hospital.
Right. That works.
Just because I want the short ones. I don't want long pajamas. I want short ones because you get hot. Yeah. So I just went, those, and those. That'll do. Thank you very much. That's easy.
Easy in and out.
Mm-hmm. I don't mess around.
No. Keep it simple.
No. Definitely.
Oh, I got one of those stabilizer things for the cell phone.
Oh,
and I still haven't read the instructions. It's a trip. The AI thing really does follow you around. It's really creepy.
Oh, I need one of those. I need a mic that does that.
I'll be right back. Keep our audience busy.
I will keep you busy. Okay, what should we talk about? Will we talk about my wonderful weekend away that I went to a very expensive hotel and there were children there? I am not joking.
Oh, my God.
There were children screaming in the hallway at from 6 a.m. till midnight. I couldn't go to fancy places with my children when they were younger. Couldn't afford fancy places when my children were younger.
Okay, this thing went nuts and it lost its part. I have to go back and find it.
Okay.
But it does stabilize. So all that movement, it actually tracks you.
Wow. Okay.
It's really weird. But there's a little thingy that goes on here. That's the AI.
Right.
But it does have the little feet.
Yeah, I want one with the little feet.
It's got the little feet, and it's very stable on a table. Like, it's got good grip. It's not slippy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not tippy, which is great. I don't know if you've had the tabletop.
I have had the tabletop ones. They annoy me. And I find the ones, I've got so many tripods, seriously.
Oh, yeah, same.
And I have spent a lot of money on tripods, finding the right one. The one that I have that I took away, which was really stupid because I have one that folds up really small. The one that I took away, did you see the video that I made when my eyes were really, really green?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the 26th floor. I was facing direct sunlight. It was going to make my eyes green.
Right.
It happens when natural light enters the chat. That one has got really small feet and it wobbles a little bit.
I've had that.
But then the one that I have that is in my studio has got huge circumference at the bottom, and I find that even more annoying.
Right, exactly.
Where do I put it?
Yeah, see, I have a bunch of stuff like that. No, I don't remember what I dropped. Oh, that was the feet. Anyway, so you can put the feet on, or you can have it without the feet.
It's naked. It's got no feet.
Well, you can run around with it and take videos, but look at the little grippy feet.
Oh, okay, very cool.
And it's very, 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 very stable.
That's why it's called a stabilizer.
Stabilizer, yeah. And so it doesn't slip around and it doesn't wobble on the table, and I just
looks
so
good.
far so good. But I have to read the instructions because it is not self-explanatory, and the thing kind of goes crazy a little bit and makes you afraid of robots.
Wow.
So
okay, I read a book recently that was about electric cars taking over an island.
Oh, great.
It's a great book, though. It was very good. Linwood Barclay. If you haven't read any Linwood Barclay, he's very good.
Excellent.
But yeah, that freaked me out a little bit because they couldn't control the cars and they were going around killing people.
Great. It's Christine, but electric cars. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
I slept well at night. I don't have an electric car. For a reason, I know.
Right. Oh,
Listen, I think dolls, I spent my childhood thinking my dolls and my teddies came to life and that they were all going to be sad when I went to school. And I was very upset that my car, because I've just replaced one of my car and I had to park my little car outside and it was storming and I thought the car was going to be upset with me because I'd left her outside and given the new car the garage. I know, I'm
Poor
weird.
little car.
Poor little car.
I actually used to feel that way about my toys. I'd be drifting off to sleep and then I'd try to keep my eyes open because I just knew they'd be running around the room the minute I went to sleep. So,
Toy Story is exactly as we think it is.
Absolutely. That was childhood before all the tech took away the wonder. So,
Yep. All the tech took away wonder. Actually, thinking of that, you know how people are asking us how to prepare for these storms and the changes that are coming in? Go and buy some board games.
Yeah, board games, books. Make sure you have good flashlights so you can read. I used to do that for my kids. We always had board games and card games. You know, like a good game of Uno. Keep it simple. You know, not Monopoly. Don't get in a Monopoly for power outages and emergencies. You're already going to kill each other. So just Chutes and Ladders, Snakes and Ladders, Candyland.
Or if you have children my age, Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity, exactly. That's a good one. We did that with the kids when they were like teens, like late teens. And because we lost power all the time.
Yeah, you were on an island. It was quite difficult. I played it at Christmas with my kids. Yeah, that was interesting.
They always think they can embarrass us.
Oh, God, we've done it. We were teenagers once.
Yeah, and it's like we have maturity on our side. We can be maturely immature.
Oh, we can definitely be maturely immature. And we have no shame. Let's face it, we have no shame. Not really.
We lost all our shame.
Yeah.
After raising kids, there's no shame left to be had.
There is none. There is always something that they will embarrass us about. I have 2 of mine coming for dinner tonight.
Yay.
Yay. I think they think it's a treat for us. Can we come for dinner?
Right.
Okay. Oh,
sure.
Can you cook? What is treatish about us having to prepare a whole dinner,
right,
and clean up afterwards?
Right. I know. That's why, I'm trying to stay out of my parents' way. You know. And then when I'm off, I didn't tonight because I was tired. We just heated up leftovers, but I try to cook for them.
Yeah.
They cooked plenty for me.
Yes. No, I get that.
But we take turns, you know. But, I'm 55, so I have perspective.
Yes. When they're in their 20s, they think it's something that we love to do.
Yeah, because we have uterus or boobs or some kind of mothering organ of some kind, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy sauce.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Although I do like to cook, so
I don't mind it, and I'm just going to do that marry me salmon. It's easy.
There you go.
And I forgot to stop at the shops earlier, so I've just done an order to be delivered between 5 and 6, so that I can throw it all together when they're here at 6:30. Easy
peasy.
Easy, but I'd love it if they turned up and cooked for me.
My daughter does. My son would if we're not geographically near, but he would because he's a cook, So, and he used to, when he was little, this is very sweet. I was very, very sick and I had a flu to the point where my hair hurt. Okay. Aww. And I do not get fevers easy. And my daughter was 12. My son was 9. And I was on the couch trying to direct traffic, very, very ill. And so Sarah was to man the phone. And if anyone called, just take a message or have, tell him to call back and to put a message on the answering machine, right? Because it was before we had smartphones. And Yusuf was so concerned because I hadn't eaten that he went into the kitchen and made what he called Yusuf soup.
Okay.
And it was alphabet pasta, because I would make homemade alphabet soup, right? So alphabet pasta and hot water.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's when they bring it out to you.
He did. And he goes, Mama, you're sick. Here's some soup. And it's Yusuf soup. And I went, oh my, that's magic. Thank you, honey. Can you make Mom some of the chicken noodle and bring that in? I'll need 2 bowls of soup. I didn't want to cry. And he didn't take it as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's, what has he said? It's a required taste, Mom.
Oh, bless him.
Acquired. It's a required taste. But that was very sweet. So
it is sweet.
Yeah. But she answered the phone and said, Mom can't come to the phone. Her hair hurts.
Oh.
That was great.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
No, I have 2 boys. One of them can cook. The other one had to phone me to ask me for directions on how to cook baked beans. I realized I had failed miserably. And the exciting thing is that he is out on his own in 3 weeks.
Woo!
He is going to be having to look after himself, his dog, and his girlfriend. He's 28.
Yeah. Well, the world has changed,
I just, yeah. Just
I know.
The fact that his father has had to leave home so that he can stay in the house is ridiculous.
So my folks have a joke, but it's not a joke, about they moved out here to run away. Because they helped my brother a lot, which included breaking off a parcel of the property they owned, it wasn't out in the country. It was in town. But they broke off about a 1/4 acre lot so he could build a house. And they helped him with that. But that meant, Mom, can you take the kids? Mom, can you do this? Mom, can you do that? And I was like, that would have been nice. But I lived many hours away. But anyway, so they moved when the kids got a little bigger. They ran away.
They ran away because sometimes you have to run away from home.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you just need to go join the circus.
I had to go down to Melbourne for 4 days to get away from my kids. I am not joking when I say that they ring me at every little inconvenience.
Right.
They are 28 and 25. It's when you get the phone call that says, what's my blood type?
Right. Oh, my God. Yeah.
What happened? Are you missing an arm? Has a limb fallen off? No, I'm just filling out some forms.
Right. No, I've had those.
I love my children. Please don't think I don't love my children.
Oh, no, I love mine too.
But I was on live and I had 3 phone calls.
That was funny. And I occasionally get that. Eldest is occupied right now.
Yep.
And eldest is 31 as of today.
Oh, was it her birthday today?
Yeah.
Wow.
31. Yep.
Amazing.
31 years ago, I pushed that little grape out of me. She came out screaming and then kicked me and then came out.
Wow.
I was a little surprised because she was screaming. Didn't expect the kick from the inside, but it makes a lot of sense. But
now
it's all in perspective. But yeah, so she's out and about and connecting with people and getting to the next stage. We've been trying to film our podcast. I guess the place she's at, because she's in London.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi is not working.
Oh, has she complained?
Yes. And it's just, she said the staff are lovely, but the management don't do anything. And so she has to go. We're going to try a couple of other things like getting a dongle. But I'm like, if the Wi-Fi is not working, I'm not sure that a dongle is going to work in that spot. But maybe. And if that doesn't quite work out, because there's 2 podcasts we're trying to start. And we're so delayed. We're like a year delayed. But there's been one thing after another, right? But there are meeting rooms we can rent. And so I was looking at co-working spaces.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, there's a 2-person meeting room. The minute we know if that Wi-Fi is working or not, or the internet, then if it's not, I'm booking you a meeting room and we will get this done.
Yeah.
But so far, I haven't had too many calls, so.
Okay. But yeah. So her birthday is when she wakes up.
No, it technically she celebrated it last night because she was born on the 18th. And so, yeah, she had a good one. She went out with one of my really good friends.
Oh, so, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
who was there when she was born. Yeah. And that she was a friend of ours in Bahrain. And so she was around when Sarah was born. And so that was sweet.
Oh, it's my eldest's birthday in a couple of weeks.
That's right. Our kids are kind of born around
the same time as each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember Yusuf's birthday. He's
June.
Yeah.
He's the Uber Gemini.
Yeah.
With a Taurus rising. And you've got the Taurus.
Yes, I've got the Taurus and the Libra.
And the Libra. Both Venus kids.
Definitely. And so his birthday's coming up and because he said, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I need. He's got a house full of furniture.
He's a Libra.
He's a Libra.
He's a Libra. Don't ask him what he wants.
No, I told him. I did. Yeah. I said,
okay,
you need new glasses. Go get your eyes checked. I will pay for your glasses and we'll get these ones relensed because he scratched them. He works in a manual job and his glasses are scratched. I said to him the other day, because he turns up at my house and says, can you clean my glasses? I said, do you only get them cleaned when you come here? He says, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, this is what I've learned because they've changed the lens compounds.
Right.
It used to be you could clean your glasses with a T-shirt.
Yep.
You cannot anymore.
I buy the special wipey wipes.
Even the wipey wipes with like an alcohol wipe almost. Yeah. Those scratched up my last pair. That's why I had to get this pair.
Oh,
you have to use the blue, like the blue microfiber.
Yes.
For the detailing a car. That's what the optometrist suggested. Because I tried all these other, and they said, no, you scratched your glasses. And I was like, I was wondering about this. And I'm like, it was almost opaque. And I'm not hard on my glasses. Yeah. Yeah. And so it's the compound. And so you want to get like the detailing microfiber.
Because his are the way they are because A, they are a number of years old. B, he does a very manual job and he puts safety glasses over his glasses.
Right.
So that's why they're the way they are. And I just said to him, he said, I don't know what I want. I said, okay, go to the optometrist, make an appointment, choose your glasses. I will pay for them. Then we'll put these ones in and they can be your spare pair. Because how you are managing, and that's going to have to be his birthday present because he's got more tools than Noah had building the ark.
Right. He's got everything.
He's got everything. And every birthday and Christmas, all he's wanted is a tool or a voucher to get a tool. And he is like Bob the friggin' Builder.
Yusuf loved Bob the Builder when he was 3.
My kids did too.
Bob the Builder.
Can
we fix it?
Yes, we can.
We can. It was a great show.
It was a great show.
It was a fabulous show.
So it's a funny story about that too, because he had, I can't remember, one year we went to the Disney store to get their Christmas presents, or some of their Christmas presents. And one of them had like this toolbox, which had all the plastic tools in, and it had Mickey Mouse on it. And it was a great toolbox. It was fairly expensive. And it was, you got to remember, this is it wasn't 30 odd years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Close enough. Anyway, and one of them had that. And I think that was my youngest. And then my eldest had the dog cage, the crate that you opened and it barked, and it had one of the Dalmatians in it. But it also had a stethoscope to be a vet, and all the temperature things to be a vet and stuff like that. And I remember now watching him play with those tools, and now he's got every single tool known to man.
Right.
When he was in kindergarten, they did a trip to a vet. And with the 23 kids that go along, and they all hold hands, and they got to visit the vet. And he insisted that the vet check out his little Dalmatian.
Oh, that's
cute.
so sweet. Oh,
so sweet.
That's why they're still alive, because they're cute.
Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps them alive, to be perfectly honest with you.
Right.
Because they're cute. And having two boys together, they tried to either kill each other or themselves through different actions of trampolining, rollerblading, roller skating.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing themselves off high buildings. And all sorts of other things.
My friend had 3 boys.
God bless her.
And we would swap our eldest children every Wednesday, because we both homeschooled.
Right.
And we were not like crazy conservative Christian homeschoolers. And so we would swap our eldest so that we had a change of flavor. And we spent a lot of time.
That's cool.
Because her husband worked in, the city. So he had like a 2-hour commute. He worked in tech, and there were times on like software releases he wouldn't be home for a week.
Yeah.
She had, two under 4. And then the eldest, but he was about 5 years older than his middle brother. But still, she had, the youngest was like 18 months when we met. So I'd go up over there, and we co-parented. So yeah,
it is exhausting having 2 boys. People that have a boy and a girl don't necessarily always see how dangerous it can be having.
Depends on the kind of girl you had.
It does depend on the kind of girl that you have. But I used to look at my friends that would have one of each, and it would be easy, and they would be, they would be spending their time at gymnastics and ballet and trampolining, and I would be doing
did not do that.
I know, but it's just with the 2 boys, I swear I spent more time at the emergency room than I did at my own home.
I didn't, because I was fairly lucky in a lot of respects, and I was also a hard ass. So I had, and I was a hard ass. I was mean. If they had their pant legs wet, their butts were grounded for 2 weeks. They couldn't go outside.
Okay.
But we lived right on the water. There were reasons for me being mean.
Well, safety.
And yeah, it was safety, because there was a 300-foot drop off 10 feet off the beach, and it was not, people be like, oh, that's great.
No, like, I would be nervous wreck.
Oh, I was. That's why we weren't. I was like, but my son is an inside kid.
Okay.
And my daughter wore princess dresses and puddle boots and climbed trees and explored the forest and did weird experiments on slugs. And yeah.
Well,
and
you get a mix.
Yeah. Yeah. Her cat was trying to teach her how to hunt and would bring her newly dead things. And
nice.
She's an artist and even as a little one fascinated by anatomy. So I got her a science kit. People are like, that's weird and gross. And I'm like, she's got safety goggles. She's not going to cut herself.
I got my kids a science kit. My kids had a science kit, and most of their presents involved wheels. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
There was
Tons
a lot of
wheels,
wheels
Hot
involved.
Wheels. Hot wheel tracks.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. But my kids rollerbladed because they both played roller hockey. We didn't have an ice rink, so they wanted to do the hockey. And both of them represented Victoria in the Nationals.
Oh, that's cool.
In roller hockey, inline hockey, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But it's not an undangerous sport. Can I just say?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But yeah, but at least if they're doing that, they're not trying to kill each other or hit each other with the hockey stick or the baseball bat or the whatever, or jump off a roof.
Yeah. Ride a goat.
Okay.
Because riding goats is super fun.
Yeah.
Across a field.
Okay. Yeah. Who was riding said goat?
Well, me on accident once, but the kids.
Okay.
Because we would shear the goats. Because they were Angora goats, and that's how you get mohair, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so you cut it like hair. Like, we didn't do the shearing, like you do with the sheep, right? So she just had a nice sharp pair of friskers, and those are nice scissors. I don't know if you have friskers in Australia, but these are the good shears. So if you have good fabric scissors, that would be it. And I was the stanchion. And for our listeners, a stanchion is the thing that makes the animal hold still. So I would stand on top of said goat, and very gently, not putting my weight on it, but putting my knees in to stabilize it. And then I'd hold the head, yelling at my friend, "Don't cut my butt." Because I could feel those scissors. Yeah. No, it was serious. And one time we had a nanny goat who was a little squirrely. And she started to run, and it took us forever to catch her the first time, and so I was wrangling a goat across a pasture. And that is where my very first logo came from, because it was a picture of Camino made hand spun yarn and designs. And it was me with my hair flying in the wind on top of a goat going, yeah! Because, oh God, those were the days. I was a lot younger. I was in my 30s.
And you recovered from it.
Somewhat, to the point of I never want to do it again, but yeah.
Who would want to do that again?
I'll buy my fiber.
You'll buy
I'll buy it. I'll buy it already done, and I'll spin it up. Oh, that's what I've been doing. I've been spinning my mom's dog hair.
Yeah, I've seen some of your lives, or just sort of popped in when you've been spinning the dog's hair.
I'm on a second bobbin already. It's spinning up like cashmere. I am floored. Yeah, no, and it's got the same qualities because he's part Pyrenees.
Right.
And it is spinning a lot like wool spins texture-wise, but the quality is like cashmere.
Very nice.
So, yeah, I normally hate spinning dog hair. So, it's not my favorite. I've done it, but it's not my favorite. So, I'll have Mom will have a beautiful scarf by the time I'm done.
Well,
I know. It's crazy, right? Like, people are like, where is the metaphysics? It's in all of this. It's in all of this. There's magic everywhere.
Well, yeah, there is magic everywhere. It's just, talking about laundry. My laundry lady's just texted me. She's on the way.
Oh, yay.
We shall set. I'm just indicating that the dog's going to start barking as soon as she wakes up. Right. Okay. And you've got an event. You've got this Saturday. Is that full? This will be out after. I was going to say this is going to come out after, whether it's full or not. It's filling up very rapidly. So there's a nice big crowd. But after this, I'll be having a coaching program that walks people through it. People who need more help with understanding their astrology. So it's unlock the secrets of your birth chart. And
what I'm doing is you don't have to know astrology. You just have to have your birth chart and then identify which part. And it's more than like a cookbook. Like that's what we call most astrology books. Like, oh, my son is this and this means this about me, like a personality indicator.
Yeah.
I'm giving prescriptive information about like how to stay more energized, how to recover faster. When it comes to, because this is more of a broad outlook because we've been doing healing the money wound,
right,
and had such good success with it. So this is the same methodology, but just a broader scope on the chart.
Right.
So that you can communicate more authentically, make decisions, understand what you prefer or what your wants are and needs are. And it helps deconstruct without having to deconstruct like with a jackhammer, basically. You don't have to throw your life apart and tear it apart to make the changes. So the coaching program starts in October and it'll be 6 weeks. So I'll have that up on my Linktree.
You don't have to have done this precursor to go into the coaching?
No. I'll have some videos up for people to watch, hopefully. If not, we'll offer it again.
So you can join this even if you haven't done the course, as long as you've got your birth chart.
Yeah, so you'll have to have your time. So this isn't going to be good for people who don't have times. So, but yeah, there'll be more courses coming up. And then my follow-up for the year ahead is going to be November 23rd.
Right.
So, because I do it twice a year. I do the one in June where it's completely blind. That's just me showing off. And then I do the follow-up because we've got more context.
Yeah, absolutely. There's more context. Okay. All right.
And you, what you got going on?
I have the 29th of September, which is the 28th US, which is an online evidential mediumship group. Nice way to watch me work, talk about spirituality, learn a bit about the afterlife, because a lot of people have so many questions about the afterlife or about what happens after we die. And there's an opportunity for about 10 people to have a reading during the event.
Nice.
So that's a nice, fun one. That will be my last mediumship event this year. I usually do one a month, but this one's about 150 in the room. And this will be my last one this year. I may do a smaller group in December, depending on how I feel.
Right.
At the moment, it's... there's a lot of pressure because I've moved so much from November into the end of September and October.
Right.
And then in the first week of December, I am hosting my own year event, but that isn't even up yet.
Right.
Oh,
we
it
don't
will
quite
be.
know.
It will be.
It
By
will
the time
be.
this goes out. Yeah.
Okay. There it is. So check the links. Check the links. So,
but yeah, that's about what I've got going on at the moment. The 1st of October, my dates for December and January going up. It's just, I feel like I've chased my tail this year.
Well, it's been like that. It's been a wild and crazy year, and next year's a little bit wilder.
Yes,
in a different way, though. Like this time period we're in now is very historically significant.
It is historically significant, but that doesn't mean to say that you can't ride the wave of everything that is going on in a comfortable way and manage your consciousness.
It's comfortable, right, absolutely. And also recognizing that the energy is a little crunchy, and so you have to, part of writing it is not fighting it. Like if you're tired, you're tired.
Yeah.
Period. And there's
so
days
much this year.
I've taken like 3 naps all year. That's crazy. I maybe nap once a year. I was out last week. I mean, I napped for like 3 hours.
Yeah, but you put that spray on your back.
I did.
The magic spray.
That magnesium spray, that's something else. Mm-hmm. I sprayed my back thinking, because I had the worst back spasms.
You did.
And I don't get them very often, but boy, when I do, it's a bugger to get it to release. And I soaked, I did an Epsom salt soak, I put the magnesium spray on, and it was like 2 p.m, 3, and I'd been in pain all day. And all of a sudden I was just like, I can't keep my eyes open. This was a mistake.
I love those sleeps, though.
It was a good sleep.
Better than a sleep that you just cannot fight it anymore. And I love those sleeps.
That's such a Taurus thing to say, right?
I just love my sleep.
Yeah.
What can I say? This is what
pissed
me off about the weekend, that I didn't get an afternoon's sleep all weekend.
Yeah, because of those noisy damn kids.
I cannot believe that place. And I stayed at the hotel that is the hotel that Taylor Swift stays at when she's in town. So it wasn't exactly a cheap excursion.
I know.
And the fact that everyone had children there just drove me insane. And the pool was like the local YMCA. So, but yeah, it's what it is. I shouldn't whinge. It was enjoyable.
You had nice teas.
I had beautiful teas. I had 3 afternoon teas over 4 days. And they were delicious.
I love a good afternoon tea. Tea sandwiches are the best.
Yes, I love cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, I do too. I think I'm going to get stuff for that because my mom and I are going to get our pedicures.
Nice.
Tomorrow. I'm going to go do lunch and get some shopping done. And I think I will get stuff to make tea.
Nice.
Afternoon tea.
Have you ever made lemonade scones?
Lemonade scones? No.
Oh.
I will have to look up a
3
recipe.
ingredients. It's an Australian delicacy. Get yourself making lemonade scones. Very easy and very light and fluffy.
Really?
Key ingredient being lemonade.
Right, I would imagine so. Okay, lemonade, flour.
I don't know what the other bit is, but I'll have to look it up.
I'll look it up. Oh yeah, Google. See, funny enough, I use Google to look up things. I'm often amazed that people do not Google themselves. Some of the questions I get asked, not from you listeners, you're wonderful, but some of the questions I'm like, oh, sure, let me Google that for you. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's crazy sauce.
Yeah, I know. But people ask me things as if I am a magic 8-ball.
Oh, there's that. Or the ticker, I feel like I should be like Zoltron. Where you put your dollar in and then pull it out of
that we just know everything and anything. And the biggest thing on lives is this state going to turn blue? Is this state going to turn blue? Is this state going to turn? We don't know. I don't know. Do you
vote?
Vote.
You know what? I have purposely not looked. I don't want to look at every state. I do not have that much time.
I don't have the energy and I haven't looked. There are certain things I've said about certain red states going purple or turning blue, and I will stand by that. But each individual one, go out and vote. Vote.
Vote, get involved, and vote down ballot. And by the way, what have I been telling people? Don't just vote party ticket, because that vote blue no matter who, everybody hears it. So what happened in Georgia, I just heard this today because I've been warning people, research your candidates because people are going to pull skullduggery. And what happened? Somebody ran as a Democrat in Georgia who is a MAGA and won the primary and is now the Democrat candidate against the Republican candidate.
Oh, for goodness sake.
They're scrambling because there's an actual real Democrat.
Right.
They're scrambling to fight because they can't get this person off the ballot. They won the primary, but they're not. And that's what I've been warning about. And people will be like, You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, don't I?
I am sick of this. You don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But then, we don't. We're given the stuff. Laurie gets the information either from astrology. She has a political background. I know sweet FA about American politics. I know nothing.
Same with me in Europe, Australia, Asia. And Middle East, I know more, but not much.
But, everything I give you comes from spirit. And if you go, you don't know what you're talking about. If I knew what I was talking about, it wouldn't be a prediction, would it? And by the way, Laurie, I made a prediction, and it happened this weekend. There was another assassination attempt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had more than one coming in. Yeah. Although not today, but that other one was,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So there was
another one too.
There might be another one too.
The one they claimed about explosives, that was false. There were no explosives in the car.
I don't know anything about that one. But and everyone said, nobody would have another go at him.
Sure. Why wouldn't they?
I want to know the fact that he's orange and people keep missing. He's the colour of a bloody parking cone.
Well, they caught the guy before he managed to get anything off. So he didn't shoot at him. So they managed to get him before that.
Well, that's
because, although every time I hear a spokesperson for the Secret Service, I am highly reminded that I was overqualified at 21.
Right.
Because I was told that by HR in DC. Yeah. And I listened to these meatheads talking, and I'm like, this is what you get for saying I was overqualified to protect and defend the President of the United States.
I'm sorry, but, that would be the
It was better. Can you imagine me working for a government? Jesus.
I've worked for a government a lot of times. And I know, I've just learned to read between the lines of a lot of stuff.
I'm too autistic for that. I would get the head of my department in England, who was an arguing lawyer at The Hague, would not. I was so upset because I was the number one student in the department, and he would not recommend me for the Fulbright. And I was mad, and I went in, why? Why did you recommend this other person who's not as good as me? And he goes, would you change your forecasts if you were working for an agency and that was the agency policy? Would you follow policy line? And I was like, why, if it's the truth? And he goes, you will slip in a bathtub. And I was like, he's so mean. I was so mad at him. And then years later, he emailed me and he was like, please run for office. We need good people like you running for office. And this is like 20 years ago. And I said, no, you were right. I'd slip in a bathtub, and I've got kids. No way. I've got a weakness. It's my children. Now, no, go ahead. Go after my kids. I don't care. They're grown.
Wow.
They'll fuck you up. But good luck. They will fuck your shit up.
I think it just depends on how you look at it. I've worked in government departments a lot. I've been advisors a lot. I have never held back on my opinion, and I've changed a few opinions.
Right. I would have been a Chelsea Manning.
But I suppose that I am
especially young.
I am the manipulator, not the manipulated.
And see, I would be the whistleblower. I would be like Snowden, that type of stuff. We don't need me doing that shit. Because I'd be like, they did what? Especially in my 20s. Oh my God.
Maybe
now it would be
a
different
20s.
Story.
Yeah. Now, I think after a period of time, you sort of understand why decisions are made. I have more of that understanding. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have agreed with it in my 20s, but now I can see in hindsight how and why decisions are made for the greatest good. And I've always looked at that greatest good hindsight type, or that greatest good ideology. So that's, to me, and different departments as well, because I've worked in communications.
Right. So, because I would have been doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, But yeah. So you can just see it on my face. I would just be a problem. So that's why I went private sector and still did the same kind of shit. But I could be like this. They wanted the honesty, right? Because they'd be like, should we invest $50 million going into this region in the world? And I'd look at it and be like, are you shitting me? You think that's a good idea? You're going to lose your shirt. You want to franchise this? And they'd be like, good call. All right. Can you give us your reasons why? I'm like, well, boom, 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 boom. And they'd be like, great. So, yeah. That's why I help people the way I help people. That's welcome to my readings. Are you crazy? Why are you doing it that way? No, I do not talk to clients that way. No. I do not. Well, a couple, once in a while. I'm not going to lie. Most of the times, not. But I'll be like, are you serious? Why are you doing that? Are you doing that to make somebody else proud? Because this is not going to work for you. So you will never have me lie.
No, I don't lie.
No,
I don't lie. Just because
I didn't never say you lie.
No, but I've had government communications experience,
right?
And it's very different. Where I work for the greatest good, I'm not looking at individual interests. But also remember what my ex-husband did for a living.
Right, for real.
So I've had a lot of insight into that and how we can idealize or have an ideology about how or when we would behave. But when we're in it, it can be very different.
When you're in it and you have to make minute-to-minute decisions, it's a different story.
It's very different. Anything else you want to add this week? You've got that coming up. You're pretty fully booked at the moment, aren't you? Or are they just available?
I still have room in December. There's some time. I think there's some room in November, October. See, where people aren't seeing any time slots is like from the 17th of October to November 2nd, because my calendar is closed because I have my own bloody transits I have to live through. And I blocked that off a long time ago because I was like, I don't know how this one's going to go. It can go good. It might not go so good. I don't know. Who's at the door, Buff? That's fierce.
Nobody.
Buff, are you giving me a warning? Bark, yes, if it's true. Oh, he barked twice. It's a warning.
There's no one there. I think he could.
Okay.
Bosco.
Yeah. Bosco, it's okay.
Stay there. No, there's no one there. He's trying to get out the door.
Okay. You missed me asking Bosco. If he was warning me to bark twice. And he did. I was like, Bosco, if this is a warning, bark twice. And he went, whoa, whoa.
It's bizarre because nobody comes up here. And my camera is out.
I'm wondering. I got to listen to the playback now. I'm like, what did we say we need a warning about? Yes, I can talk to animals. That was actually what convinced me to study astrology, to see how the hell William, who was my astrologer, because he did my very first reading, like 30 pages long. And it was when he wrote, can you talk to animals? Like really talk to them? And I had never told anyone because it's a weird ability.
Right.
No, don't ask me about your freaking pets because I'm not. It doesn't work like I'm not going to say, oh, Bosco wants more treats. You know, that's not it.
I've had them before, and it's like Bosco wants you to pay more attention to him. Do you think I could pay any more attention to this dog?
Oh yeah. He needs to merge with you and be one.
Oh, if you could see the face on this. Right now, under the eyes.
See, I told you. Real animal communicator.
I think it's the wind affecting him. because it's very, very windy here.
Malcolm will get upset with wind.
Mm-hmm.
And songbirds. Songbirds.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about songbirds, but he will defend me to the death from them.
He's not too bothered about birds. He has hurt a bird that came in the house. He shook his head like it was a soft toy. I'm sure he was looking for the squeak.
Yeah, Malcolm's done that.
It didn't survive. But I think it's the wind. It's just picked up again.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of whistles up my driveway.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking of, hang on, let me look at the astrology real quick. Give me a second.
It's okay.
I'm going to try to get our podcast out a little early here because there's something going on the 20th.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty big. There's like a big bada boom coming, and it could be weather. It could be booms. Let me look here. Give me a second. Might be the 19th in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be, I have a funny feeling it's impacting Australia. That's why I'm looking.
Right. Okay.
So this is how we work, people, if you haven't been to one of our events.
I reckon there's something coming in election news. Election? Could be election announcement.
So it could be fiscal.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that's southwest of Los Angeles, southwest. Oh, I wonder if it's like something to do with Mexico's president.
No. I feel like it's more... I just feel like there's something big coming. If you're looking at Australia, then it's going to be weather because we're looking at a shitload of weather. But it could also be an announcement from Albanese about his election. Because I'm waiting for this election to be called.
There might be something that causes a lot of infrastructure damage, like an explosion. It doesn't mean it would be a terrorist attack. It could be like a gas line.
We had that in Texas very recently.
I called that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I class that as a natural gas explosion is a bit of a natural disaster as far as I'm concerned because it's the gas.
Right. And so I had it because of the Pisces moon, and it's what was going on with the Pisces moon. That's petroleum, etc. But this could be... This is a little different than that. This will be could be in a financial district. It could be, again, the weather could cause it. And I know it's been really wet where you're at, but it wouldn't be fires, would it?
Different areas. We could have some fires up north. So when I say north, sort of Queensland, northern New South Wales, because they haven't been as wet as where I am. And we don't have, let me just have a look at my weather. So my weather for the rest of the week is like, you wouldn't get fires in that weather unless it was a natural thing. I feel that we are expecting quite a large earthquake.
Okay. That is possible, especially moving into the 20th and 21st. So even if and this is global, guys, this isn't just one area, anywhere there can be seismic activity. But there is a sizable one potential on the 20th too. So this could be an earthquake on the 20th. Sorry, this is the 19th, all the way through the 19th and 20th, there could be.
Because, I think there will be something that troubles infrastructure in California and in Australia. I feel like it could happen pretty much within Could be the South Pacific, could be New Zealand, but I feel like it could be pretty much all within that time frame.
Right. It's more than one event, because when we look at the astrology, like, we pick things, but there's stuff that happens in every single country, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's like...
And it's hard to tie it down.
Yeah. So, but there is something coming up. I haven't done crunch reports in a long time, but I'm probably going to do a crunch report for my patrons. I'm not doing them with the Pluto in Aquarius now because, you know, with, of course, Pluto's in Capricorn right now, but in the early degrees, planets don't have the same wallop of energy. They're building, they're starting to gain momentum, but we have Pluto at the final degree. And so it has all its momentum behind it. And so I was like, you know, I think I need to do those again, because these tend to be very intense energies. And we always tell you, don't get the, you know, you don't have to own the horrible event, but we may feel the energetical pressure on us. So as individuals, just in our own selves, our own issues, you know. So that's why we do our other podcasts.
Yes. Yes, we do them for those. And we both have our individual Patreons. So
that's right.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for this week.
That's right. And you can check out our individual crap in the links in the links in the show notes.
The links are in the show notes for Beyond the Broomstick and the Awake Space. And our Patreons.
Absolutely.
See you next week.
So, next week. Bye-bye. Bye.